Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. How are you? And yes, a little bit of roll call. Honey check, yes it is. Yes it is. That'll take you to their site and then filaments, the machine, the whole deal. Um, so much to talk about. I'm trying to share screen with you, but maybe I'll try it later. Um, but anyway, how's everybody doing? A little bit of roll call. The X1C is working. It's been working since Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Um, and I've got it printing off some airplane kind of stuff tonight. It's been doing truck work really since I got it, and I'll show you guys that. I'm not trying to be a truck show, but I do want to talk about the 3D printer. So thank you, Bamboo Lab, for hooking it up. Thanks to you all for being here. That's really what they wanted access to. So they liked what we were doing. So Eddie K, guys, we may have to nerd out. I'm not sure if everybody's into this 3D printing stuff, but we'll get a feel for it and then go from there. I mean, I've got bits now all over my desk that weren't there. I mean, that's a dude, a couple dudes sitting in a seat. I mean, come on, dude. It is so good. I'm brand new at it, and I've been printing like a pro since I got it. This is an absolute plug and play situation, and I think all of their stuff is really good. Of course, I don't have much as a point of reference, and the stuff that Kelly has made and provided me to put together has been phenomenal as well. I did use his I tried the mesh mixer program or whatever that he uses, and it seemed like going back in time compared to the Bamboo software. So I will try to compile all of this into some kind of let's learn together kind of situation. Now the prints that are on here will not come off until by the way, with the Bamboo deal, at this one anyway, the X1C, and you have to do the research yourself. I can't recall off the top of my head if the P1P or S or A1 has the same kind of, Wi-Fi kind of access. I know it's better with the X1C. It's optimum, but like I have the app right here. I can pull it up on the computer as well, but even if I'm on the go or like away from the house, like I can see I'm at 35% and I have an hour and 58 minutes left. So the show will probably still be going on when it's time to pull those prints. And these prints that are on here now, let me try to pull them up. But I wanted to do something airplane centric today. For the show, and I really had a hard time finding files. If any of you guys are more familiar with that than me, let me know. Email me through my website or whatever. If you go to the website, there's icons across info at Pilot Ryan Media. Pilot Ryan Media is the website, but info at pilotryanmedia.com is the email. It's the last tab across the top with all the other socials. Find me a good resource for like cockpits and stuff, because what I was really looking for, I would like to print myself a flap servo, first of all. Not possible. My Carbon Z T28, I'm like, some of my cockpits where, the foam bubbles up and stuff, they're small and it doesn't bother me as much, but the Carbon Z T28 is huge, and it's a big plane that can carry the weight. If there's a scale T28 cockpit, it doesn't even matter what size it is, because I can scale it down. Like legit, all I have to do is measure that space and apply it to whatever files I find. So Thingiverse has lots of stuff. I've looked through a. I cannot stand websites that some of those websites are just garbage to me. And I know it's been around forever. But it's like, if it makes me I don't want an account until I want an account, to be able to do anything. If it's free files, why do I have to give up information? I don't know. I guess it's clumsy from what I have gathered so far and found. So anybody knows of anything better, turn me on to for airplane stuff, do it. I did end up landing on RC Geek's website though. And so right now I'm printing some exhaust stacks, and I don't know if you've seen the A1 Skyraider like toilet bomb thing. So that one as well. But I've printed a ton of stuff all week. That's just the first airplane things. What's up, Dylan? It can print people. I mean, here's a guy. And man, if I can show you my time lapses, you'll see these dudes just come. So this is actually scale. The light sucks. This is Matt from Scale Builders Guild, sitting in a Jeep Fordyce tub. But the time lapses I'll show you, and that'll be cool. Nozzles, yeah. So RC Geek's got a bunch of files, and some of these files cost money. There are free files out there, but there are also files out there that cost you something. And man, if somebody did the work from scratch to make it happen and offer it, I don't blame them at all. Like, we've been able to find some cool files and make it happen. And in my searches, I have found other files for like the same thing that are actually more made for RC than what we've done, where they tab together and they're made for it instead of just, you'll see in a minute when I show you this one thing I'm working on. It's thick and chunky and heavy. And with the interior that we've got, I could have printed another one or two of them if they were more appropriately sized. So I don't know what design program to use. I got to figure out CAD, I guess, because there's a lot I want to make. Yeah, Eddie. I mean, the sky's the limit, truly, if you're willing to do the work and learn some things. So CAD is something I want to do. I wanted to take these chunky files. I'll just show you right now. And it's not a truck show tonight. It's a 3D show. So the same thing could be said for if we could find, pictures or even schematics of like real planes. I think there's a way to implement AI with some of this design stuff, but I'm afraid. Like, this is so heavy and chunky, and it's hard to tell. Gosh, there's trans tunnel anyway. There's a trans tunnel in the floor, and it goes all the way back here as well, but the bottom is flat. There's a lot of opportunity to hollow out bits of this and make it not so heavy. This whole corner here, like, I would ideally, I want to get in CAD and figure out how to just make the top wall of all this and hollowed out on the bottom, because I'm gonna have to cut the snot out of this to make it work. So the fun things you learn as you go, dude. And so yeah, 3D scanner would be amazing. I think there's a Cricut in the future for making stencils and like masks, like painting masks, and the kids want one too. So That'll be really cool for like stencils and stuff. Amazing though. I'm absolutely over the moon and don't know why I waited so long. And really mad credit to Kelly for even really getting me close enough to this world to feel okay to jump in. And then Bamboo Labs for hooking it up and making a plug and play machine that, guys, literally the first night I was printing stuff. And then the next day I started in on this. My first print was the green section. This hadn't been painted yet or nothing, but this it's pretty thick. I mean, it's really sturdy, and that I don't have to use that interior, but it'd be nice. But it needs hollowed out. But I'm still building the base camp, so we'll see what chassis this ends up coming on. But guys, this is, and if you want to see more of this, check out the Thursday show because I really went over the parts, but I want to talk more about the 3D printing aspect right now. You know, we can make things work to make attachment points and stuff like that. I like leaving the roof so I can get into this later when it's time to do things like windows and whatever, run lights, the interior. But this model was about that big, and Kelly scaled it up. I took the files, he's got the files, and I made this, printed this. And it took, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, 7, 8 if you count the interior. And the fidelity out of this bamboo printer, I mean, look at the panels and stuff. But how cool would it be to have a little stencil down the side? Because I'm thinking of going Beach Boys style. So, yeah. There's a surfboard. I sanded it. I'm gonna paint it. But come on, man. You know what I mean? This is the old Willie's wagon, is what this is. But over the moon at being able to print something that looks this nice. This is heavy, and I could figure it up and tell you. There's probably 50 hours in this all. Print time. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, you know, like I said, there's a lot of opportunity to lighten it up. And I mean, this will be on probably a leaf sprung chassis, so it's not the end of the world. It's kind of heavy. This is the real heavy part. This is not as heavy as this. But there's a lot of opportunities. And then there's some other places that actually make bodies that are made for RC. The stuff that Kelly got for me on the trimmer's truck, I did go with PLA. It's running back there. I didn't get the anti-vibration feet or anything yet. And it's working out pretty good. I've had a couple stop because of spaghetti. And then a couple times it stopped because the color ran out. And I have not lost one print yet. None. I'll run out of filament. It pauses it, reload it, or switch it to the other spool. That thing holds 4 spools up there in the AMS, worth having, because it helps you keep the moisture out of it and all that as well. You could throw desiccant in there if you needed to as well to dry it out. But yeah, switching colors, mid-print, this orange to white is a It's the same print and it's seamless only because of the color. Do you see any difference? Once I paint this, you will never know. And then Kelly did a great job of putting the seams. You can see, and part of me almost wants to leave this thing this weird and ugly because, dude, this printer pauses and prints the other color after it had to wait for me to reload it seamlessly. And the green to white, that happened too, because the green file actually stops there. So green to white switch colors too seamlessly. And then, okay, this was the bottom of the bed because the green part printed like this. The gray is its own piece. The white's its own piece. The fidelity of the panel lines and stuff just absolutely kills me. Just amazing. 4% fail rate over a year, which is nothing from the studies I've read up. Yeah, and when I had spaghetti a couple times, it warned me and gave me the option to continue or whatever. I would clean the spaghetti off and resume, and it was fine. There's one print where, like, the head prints like this or whatever, and it was also, I had a bunch of other stuff printing as well, and it fell off, and so it didn't print the head, but it printed everything else. You know what I mean? It cut me off. It didn't get to finish or whatever. So just bonkers, just over the absolute moon, what that can do. Instead of canoes and stuff, surfboards seem really appropriate for a Willys wagon, if you ask me. Let's catch you up real quick on the trimmer's truck while we're at it. This is the one I'm doing for Dad, and it's still a mock-up, but I have made some progress. And so you want to talk more about it with us, see you on the Thursday show. I printed a bed for it. I still have to get the sides and the fenders figured out, but I do have an interior and a driver right now. Not in there secure, just getting things sized up. So from Night Customs, I got the driver and the interior, which is this. It's for the Vanquish Fordyce, but the Fordyce is totally a Willys truck. And so I thought Jeep, that's appropriate, and it's a bench seat. So for Dad's truck, that's what I'm thinking of doing. And you can scale and stretch, and honestly, you can heat things up and mold it kind of to what you want also, which I've done some of. So this is not a bamboo print. This is one of Kelly's, and I've sanded it down. I haven't painted it yet. Again, I did paint just a fill in. There's very little finish work going to be necessary on this bamboo deal, and I'm on the default setup for the prints. I couldn't be happier. Like, there are very little to none finish work, and I don't mind the finish work, and Kelly stuff has been awesome. It depends on the size of what you're working with and how you lay it out, how many pieces it is. It's kind of like wood grain, the way this stuff is going to lay out. I looked at Harley stuff too. There's some little, and I printed a ton of little axial widgets, bumpers and posts and kind of adapter things. And that's actually how I finished off my Land Rover. Has bumpers now, because I was able to kind of make some things to get it there. So yeah, check your email. I will. Yeah, I need to find some airplane cockpit stuff, man, is what I really kind of want. Is what I really kind of want. Yours comes with the upgraded steel hardened nozzle. Yeah, it is 0.4. Dude, the Tremors movie, I can't wait to watch it. Yeah. I need to watch it because that's what I'm making that truck off of for Dad. I probably will make two. Guys, I never got to the roll call. I've talked so much the coffee got cold. Nice, Shay. Yeah, I looked at Harley's site as well. And there's some of that stuff I'll get to, and there's some stuff I don't need. I want the beadlock deal. A setup like mine, boss. Yeah, about 16 hundo. You could get a dope setup for 11 though. If you get the P1P, is it the P1S or P1P came first? The one before this X1C is what I was gonna get. The fill feature on the painting. Yeah, I have got so much to learn, but this is what I've been doing by default settings. I have played with things here and there. You can change the way the supports work. I have sized things. I actually have a whole nother front end of this. That's another 3/4 of an inch longer. I stretched the x-axis, but didn't mess with any of the, it doesn't mess with the rest if you're careful. And just think, if I need to, I kind of spot welded this on. I didn't glue this front clip on the same way as I glued the rest of this. The better you do it, getting things dialed in for gluing, the better. Some of these things have, and that's the thing, if I can do some CAD work or whatever, learn some more, I can make my tabs on this stuff where they align it. I'm doing a hell of a job getting it nice, but it's not easy. And there's no jig for this stuff. I mean, every now and then there might be an opportunity that a clamp would work, but I'm the clamp. And then I spot glue it, weld it. And I don't want any glue on the outside. So it would be easy to get it lined up and run a bead outside. I don't want it outside though. When you paint it, you see it. So I'm gluing from the inside. If you want higher filament grade like carbon fiber or ABS, it gives off fumes, and the enclosure does away with 98% of the fumes. I've been printing a lot of ABS lately. Yeah, I got 8 rolls of filament plus what this came with. It came with a few of its own, and then they sent me 8 rolls, and I've been using the PLA matte like crazy. Yes, getting an enclosed one. I think the P1P or this X1C is what's up. If you want to do more exotic filaments and you want to, I think, an easier brand new user experience, legit, man, my phone and my computer, you put an SD card in the machine one time. You don't have to take it out and go back and forth with it. And when I get done dialing in the design and whatever, scale it up, make sure it works, fit it on the plate. I'm not doing any designing really. I'm just making sure it's the size I want. yada yada. Because with Kelly's files, they came real small, and it's like 515.5% is what we were doing to make a 13-inch wheelbase out of this model that he found. So he sent me the thrift side truck files, but I can't open them. I don't know what's going on with it, but I want to get him because he wasn't able to work out the fenders and the rest of the bed. I want to give it a shot because that'd be so nice if I didn't have to fab it up. No worries. But yeah, over the moon. And let's try to shrink-a-dink this down. I want you guys to be able, there we go. I want you guys to be able to see what I've got worked out. There it is. Nice. Okay, so .3D print cam, bad to the bone, y'all. Bad to the bone. So that's what I'm doing right now. And right there, you can see a picture of the file. You can see that I'm 48% done. And I've got whatever, I can't read it from here. The time I have left is 1 hour, 35 minutes. And then there's 4 rolls of material that I could have in the AMS. The AMS is definitely worth it. Is it light? You can make it light. Like, I mean, these things are, I'm not flying these trucks necessarily. So, the infill, you can choose multiple different patterns, but it's basically a honeycomb. Makes the fills in the gaps. Can't see it on that one. So it's relatively light. Like the seats in that wagon, the Willys wagon, are not light at all. Not at all. There we go. Let's kind of let it rock. So this is pulling time lapses in 1080. So cool. Airliner files. Hi, there's no way I'm printing an airliner, dude. Like a flying one. There's some things, if it exists already and I wanted one bad enough, I'd buy the foam one. Yeah, totally cool. Links in the Discro. But yeah, guys, a weekend, and this machine has been running 50 hours at least on the truck. And then other bits I've been printing, like I said, if I showed you the time lapses, you would see all the other things I tried to print too. And I would gang up these little axial bits. And I printed a handful of drivers at this point, and, you know, heads for him. Yeah. The Fordyce seats, like it's sitting in there. Because the first one was too small, so I scaled it up a little bit, and working on the trimmer's truck with that. So aero grade filament. Yeah, I got to check it out, man. I don't know, man. I mean, my electricity hasn't shut off yet, so I guess it's okay. I haven't checked that out, but I mean, I guess we'll find out when the bill, if my wife mentions the bill, then I'll know. Big Jim, what's going on? So yeah, right now I'm printing just for fun, I wanted to print some exhaust stacks for a P40, which could be really for anything that's got an inline, not a radial. And then the Skyraider toilet drop, everything but the bowl. So the frame, the fins, and the detonator on the front. Oh, nice, Shay. That's cool. Snow River. I've used it for EDF nozzles. Yeah, I got RC Geeks nozzles on my Rafale before, but he sent them to me. And these are RC Geek files from his website right here. He's got some great pilots and all kinds of free wing stuff. Yeah, on his site. And you're gonna buy them, but they're worth it. If you want it, they're worth it. These were he has a few free things on there too, and that's what these were. Nice aero grade filament. Scale Builder did a video, I think today, on a different kind of new filament, and I know they use the bamboo printers as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. I pulled the A1 Skyraider like toilet bowl bomb drop, and then also there's a A1 Skyraider like antenna package for it's on RC Geek site for free, and those would be good for all kinds of things, just aerial mass and antennas to put and scale up any plane that you might want to, you know, totally rad. I think there will be a snow boat of some type made in the future, like just so fun. And I think the Thursday show is going to be, right. Eventually, I'll be done with that base camp. Like we did the shocks last week, and it's going to be links and starting to get that together. And that's also when I'm going to finalize this Power Wagon situation because I got a lot of options. So there's a little bit of work with what I have, see if this base camp works. I do have an airbrush. The Grex. I got a nice one. Gun. The machine I have, I've heard Grex is good. The machine I have is just some compressor from what's his name? Amazon. Is what that is. So yeah, that's what we're making right now. Some exhaust stacks and that. I want to show you some time lapses though, dudes. Check this out. Yeah, Fred. And also they're $100 off the Carbon Z T28 right now. Link in the description of Horizon, guys, and the Bamboo Lab. Fred says the Bind and Fly SWS timber is on sale, $130 off. So sick. Yeah. Speaking of airbrushed, yeah, I haven't used mine a lot. I got a lot I want to do. A sonic jewelry cleaner for cleaning your airbrush. Yeah. Simple green. I have airbrush cleaner that worked good. But yeah, what you say is I guarantee you cheaper. Simple green, probably way cheaper than the stuff. I bought the Iwata branded cleaner solution or whatever. And just I run it through so I don't see any color anymore. I got to print a roof for my Winnebago. But these are things I got to kind of design. Honestly, that roof would be not bad if it were wide enough. Bro, hold on. I just make it. I'll just make it bigger. That would be great for the Winnebago, dude. Just too cool. Too cool. What was I going to do? I want to show you some time lapses, man. Check this stuff out. Um, yeah, I really want them to know, man. If you don't buy anything, that's fine, man. But if you're interested in this 3D printer stuff, dude, I'd love to see the clicks. I want these guys to know that they didn't make a bad choice. I'm gonna be using this thing. It's part of the show, man. Oh, I can turn the light off too when I dial the app in. Up on here. I want an EDF trainer. Was looking at either 50 or 70 millimeter Habu, good choice, or something else. John Graham, legit, the 70 millimeter flies so much easier than the 50. The 50 is great. But for the Habu you're talking about, the 70 millimeter flies so much better. I think some of the Arrows 50 millimeter stuff be not awful. Just I think it's the wing loading, man, that gets you. That little Habu, it's fast. I mean, if you're good with that, cool. But the lighter weight, bigger one is what's up. Yeah. So video file. What's up, Mountain RC? Video file. So let's see. Desktop. Come on, man. Where's my desktop? Don't. Paul. Yeah, dude, that 90 millimeter Vonti looks so sick. Why wouldn't your desktop be on as a place? I had them all in a folder for you guys to show you. It doesn't make any sense. I'll try to do it in the app then, maybe. Hold on. Give me a minute. Sometimes this does not let me drag it down small. I don't know why it does that. No, why does that? I want to go there, but I can't get my screen to get out of the way. Oh, nice. While Bill just got his printer going. What's up, Rogers RC Aviation? Why? 15-hour print. Yeah, I've had a couple long ones. 10. And again, is one of my faults as well. Like if I knew what I was doing better, I could have cut out so much. And then also there are times where there are supports and you maybe didn't need them. Oh, it's been going steady since Monday night, basically. Rogers. I mean, man, I really wanted to show you guys the time lapses. Dang it. Why can't I get my stuff to close? Like, and I had this all on a desktop for you guys. And that's the only thing it won't let me get to is my desktop. Like, what in the world is that? Is Fusion 360 free, Bill? Because I need that. That's what I wanted to try for the designing I want to do. Because that's, and then I think one thing that happens with 3D printing, all I know is I thought it was a total mess trying to look around. If any sites that are well put together would be great, because it feels like a half-ass garage sale half the time, trying to look around at files. The personal use tab. I hadn't been on there yet because I wasn't ready to pay. I didn't know they offered that. So I'll check that out. If it ever becomes something for me, I don't mind buying in, but I want to know I can do it first. I got big ideas, so if I can make them happen, that'll be great. This truck stuff's been amazing and fun, and I think there's so much cool things to add to the airplane experience too, even if it's just some of the kind of scale stuff about it. I'll try this again. Why doesn't it let me get small? That's what's driving me crazy right now. All right. That kind of did. Let me see if I can pull them up here. I'm trying to make it. That's fine too. All right. So check these out. Check these out. It wasn't lost, man. I put it somewhere else. All right, then fine. It didn't want to do it. Fine. That's all right. We'll do it a different way. So you go down here and I'll come back. Man, it's been just wild. Present. See if it'll let me do a. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing that one. And I have 3D printed nozzles on the Rafale. They're in it. I got the RC Geek ones. I glued them in the other day on the show. They're in it. And I had flown them before, so like I know how good it makes it. Okay. All right, check out this. That is not the one I wanted to pick. Anyway, there's a hood. That isn't the one I wanted to pick. It's white, so it's just kind of blown out. It'd be amazing if it did it that fast. That isn't the one I wanted to do. There's that. Yeah. Let's do one of these. It's not sharing that one though. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Do it one more time. Nope, not that. Check that out. So this is the front clip and hood of the revised Willys wagon. Look how the trees grow and everything. Is that not the coolest thing? Brilliant. I mean, come on. How cool is that? All right, let's see. I want to show you. Let's see. Nah, not that one. I'll show you one more or two. Yeah, you guys will like this one. You'll like this one. Check it out. Pretty good looking, you know. And all right, let's give this one. Let's do. This is a good one because this one shows. And it really shows it pretty fast. I can't hardly talk through it as fast as things happen. But what's really nice about this X1C is the bed leveling is it does it. It does it really well. It heats up really fast. It does a check of itself after the first couple layers to make sure everything is dialed in. And it's just so smart. All right, check this one out. This is the interior of Dad's truck, and then there's a dude in the background, and you saw the head kind of fall away. And then the color changed seamlessly. So the top of the guy and the top of the bench seat is a different color, but I mean, I'm going to paint this stuff anyway, but it's seamless. And then you can see the supports and just a little tiny bit of what they call spaghetti. And let's watch it again. But look at the detail in the seats, you know? And there's the trees, and you can see the weave of it all. It got spaghetti back there by the head. And, you know, so that's an issue. And one thing I'll show you, you can see my cursor. Like, so on this print, because I printed it twice, it was generating supports like under the armrest inside the thing. So you can select on print plate only for supports. And then instead of being out here and inside, and the smaller they are, the harder they are to get out. And then, of course, it's also on your finished work, so to say. So I deselected that and made it where it was just going to show them to me. It was just going to make supports on the outside, on the print plate. It just blows my mind how smart it is. Like where it goes from these, look at these trees in the front, and then they're where they need to be when it's time to make that happen. It's totally cool. You see the grid work going on there. Epic. Just too cool. I close some windows here. Close it. Close it. Let's bring this one up. All right, we're back to what we're working on right now. So 62%, it'll be done in a while. It says it's got an hour and 9 minutes left. So I have used a few rolls at this point, Bill. Yeah, definitely. Sweet. Working on your third print today, says Bill. Nice. They snap off the build plate, and the plate is magnetic and twisty. So you can kind of, especially if you let it cool down and dry, it kind of breaks right off. And I haven't used a stitch of glue yet or hairspray or anything. If you look at any of this film I have, or if you look at the time lapses on my Instagram, you'll see that there's a brim. So that helps spread out the surface area for the benefit of adhesion. So I'm doing that. I didn't do any glue like they show or say to. And the only time I had stuff not stick was after I let my kids grubby paws all over the plate. I've been really careful not to touch the plate with like the oils of my hands. So once I noticed there was I lost a little piece of whatever widget, I cleaned it really good. I just cleaned it, and it's been right as rain ever since. So there is clear print material. Yeah. Now, I don't know if it comes out clear or if it's kind of foggy, translucent. I know Kelly printed off like headlights, and they look like they were 3D printed headlights, but still like better than none. And that's one of the things one of many things I want to learn how to do is like, and that's why I want to take these files into the design program. I want the holes out, or AMS, the clear in here. You can make that happen, or you can set a pause at a layer and then switch, or do all kinds of more things than I could have ever thought of. So, but anyway, even just designing in the holes for those lights would be killer. And also being able to add, like I was talking about, tabs and stuff earlier, so it's not so finicky when you glue it together. Now, I've done an excellent job of it, if I do say so myself, gluing these things together, but it didn't have to be so hard. You know, is what I'm saying. Orca slicer. Yeah, I've got so much to learn, bro. But for not knowing a damn thing and getting this thing Monday night, like I'm grooving. Oh, I should have showed you that the axial like posts and bumper bits and stuff that I did. So yeah, good times, man. And this is still an airplane show. I'm printing off exhaust stacks for P40, so don't get it twisted. And this only does this stall out and stop when I've got a bunch going on. It doesn't do that really when it's just me and the machine, but like when I'm trying to stream, it does. So we'll go back to that works. If I buy this thing, you expect a phone call. Okay. I'm not even kidding you. The quick start guide. I mean, I'll help you. But the quick start guide was enough. Legit. I set it up. I didn't even unbox it till 10:30 at night. I set it up and printed a couple of these little screw gauge things. The first off of their files, because they have a bunch of files. You just click go and print stupid stuff, vases and whatever. But I just wanted to get one print going just right away. And so I did their little screw gauge, which is actually super useful for me. So I did this instead of they have these things called benchies. So they're like just test prints. They have a bunch of files that you can do, little tiny vase, boat, whatever. I did that. And then legit, the next print I did was the big green part of this. Huge green part of this. It's a chunk. I should put the photos up for you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can send you one. But yeah, man, cockpits. If you guys can help me think of something for the planes we have, that would be cool, because I still want to give this. I don't want to only talk about this printer on Thursdays. Let me see if I can airdrop myself. Pilot Bus, they have them. RC Geek has them, and then there are like free sites that have them as well. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know why my airdrop is not on anymore. Never mind. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my stories. That's where I'm going to post a lot of this as I go, photos of these things. Orca slicer. Yeah, I've been and boss, like, watch videos. Bamboo Lab. There's once you start going down this rabbit hole, it's bottomless too, just like lizard people. You know what I mean? There is no end to what you'll discover. And then immediately you realize why guys have more than one of these things. Legit, all last week I was planning my life around the prints, because you can, when you drag this into the Bamboo software, Bamboo Studio, just a little app, whether you're on a Windows or a Mac, you just do it, download it. Nah, man, I flew a camera today. I film all my kids' football games for the whole team. And that's in the early afternoon on Sunday. And then I edit it so the coaches can have it all week, you know. So that's Sunday, you know, and then Saturday, it got hot again. And it didn't work out. Nobody wanted to, you know, a lot of times it's a handful of us go do something. I think everybody was cool to just stay home this weekend. Nobody reached out and was like, hey, let's go do this. And so, yeah, I did not get to fly anything. Philip, yeah. Molds, 100%. 100%. The thing is, you gotta, either they have to exist already or you gotta be willing to make them. That's kind of what I think about these things too. It's like, it's not cost effective to print out this big power wagon all the time. Not a power wagon, Willie's wagon. But boy, that's the start of a really good mold for cranking out Lexan or something. You know, if you had a vacuum machine too. I'm happy with what I have. Maybe a Cricut, like I was saying, for decals, and I think stencils. It'd be great for stencils and like decals and stuff. Yeah. Philip made in the 1.5 P51 today. Went perfect. That's great news. You're a stud then too, because that's a plane. That's quite a plane. Video out tomorrow at 7 p.m., says Philip. Check that out, dudes. Post it up in the RC Pilots Lounge Facebook group. And he said, thanks to everybody for the tips. I think, yeah, we all talked about really keeping your speed up and the kind of landings we like and kind of what it takes to make it happen. Good. I'm glad the community can help out. Boss, that's killer. I can't wait to figure out the it's been great to grab people's files that they've already done the work and make it happen. I can't wait to make my own stuff. I want to design my own chassis rails, all kinds of stuff. Even just a prototype, and then make them out of something else down the road. We've got access to people that can do things. Scale rails. I would love to figure out how to take. I don't know why I'm so nuts about this stuff, man. But like the original drawings for like a real thing. And like, I want those bits. I want that chassis rail because that chassis fits that body. You know what I mean? And then the bits. Printer Ryan, yeah. That's it. Oh gosh, I'm way behind. You did your own setup too. The stock receiver was toast, huh? What? CAD learning, here we come. I know, dude. Yes, that's the truth. That is the truth. So what else, man? I mean, there's sales going on right now. Fred came in, said it's like $130 off the SWS. Oh wow, Fred, thanks. Fred said there was SWS for $130 off the big timber. Maybe we'll go shopping. I know there was $100 off the Carbon ZT28, but it may just be the plug and play version. Not sure. But we can check it out. Yeah, Fred, I don't know if they notify you or not. Some places do notify you when things happen, and other times you have to go look at the dashboard or whatever. Shay, what up, man? I'll check out that email. I mean, I want to sue him for harassment, dude. Vote Democrat one time in your life back in the day, and I get harassed constantly. I'd pay you. They want money. I'll pay you to leave me alone almost. I'll check that out, Fred, man. Thanks. I'll have to get into the dashboard and see. Nice. They had a discount on the Kristen Eagle as well. Yeah, we're totally going to Horizon and go shopping, dudes. I need to not go shopping. I need to get some filaments. And that's as much as we're going to talk about any of that. But holy smokes, brother. Fred, you got the X1C, the AMS, and a boatload of filaments, or what? Oh yeah, there's no hit and stop or whatever. Yeah, $100 off the plug and play T28. Yep. Jay Woody wants to know if anybody watches RC Jim here on YouTube. Printer Ryan Media. Nah, man. It's just another thing. It's just another thing. And how, I mean, legit, like, if I'm still about the planes and the flying, but in the meantime, between opportunities to get to go do it as I get busier and busier in life with 12-year-old, 11-year-old, and 7-year-old, this fulfills it in between the maybe lucky to get out a couple times a month of flying. And I don't crash them usually, man. So I don't have to fix them. So this has been cool to mess with. Extra hot ends, dual texture plate combo. Bet. Killer, man. I wonder, you guys that end up getting these, dude, we can, work things out. Some of the membership things of the channel might allow for that. Of course, just like regular old Zoom business. Awesome. It's cool. I can't wait to see what you do, because everybody goes at kind of maybe their own route or path, and I'm interested to see what you do with it. You know what I mean? But it's been, you basically in that bamboo studio are going to tell it, no, Philip, you basically are going to tell it, I've had so many, I can let one go. You know what I mean? It still sucks, but not bad enough to go out there by myself and hope I find it without having no point of reference. Man, you tell it what filament's in there, and there's default. The defaults have been amazing. You can tweak them. Watch there's a few videos. I can even turn you on to a couple of the videos I've watched. There's a channel that's been really helpful. I watched, it's like an hour, but it's worth it because you're going to learn a lot. And then when you even hover over the line items, it actually expands upon it. It says what that means, kind of. No, they did not send me clothes. No. The corn was tall then. The way it went in, there's no way it was sitting on top. There's no way. No way. It doesn't happen to me very often. It doesn't happen very often. I don't have anywhere to put it anyway. Sucks though. But it's all right. So yeah, guys. Let's see how we're doing on the old 72%. Is that correct? Come on, rebuff. There it goes. 73%. So there's quite a while still. 49 minutes left of that. And that's a dark charcoal gray PLA. I have not used anything but PLA so far, but I have some other stuff that to try. Yeah, I don't even know, Eddie. I'm sure the only one out there. And there hadn't been any emails from the club. Nobody's found it or anything. So yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, we're going shopping. Hold on a minute. Let me turn the fan on. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Pilots Wanted save up to $130 sale. Let me. Oh wow, this is gonna be great. Holy smokes. The thing about printing for money is you think about how much time it takes, how much you tie up the machine to do something. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Night Customs has a thing where you can sign up and be a printer for him. And that would mean somebody locally wants this or whatever, off the Night Custom site, and you print it for them and either ship it or they come pick it up. But it's on me to determine the pricing and deal with all of it. So, how much do I have to make off of it to? I mean, if nothing's happening with my printer, I think it would be fine. Or if you had multiple ones, it would be fine. But it's like, I don't want to tie it up for other folks. I like the idea of making money, but so sometimes on the back sides of things, you can kind of see the stringiness a little bit. It doesn't matter because it's not top side. But if you have that, you can cut them, or you can torch them, or put a lighter to it and press it down, and it sticks. Um, Fred lost the Cirrus. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to share this. So we clicked into the Pilots Wanted sale. So let's see what's going on after this brief break. Guys, if you go shopping, click through pilotryanmedia.com or the link in the description if you want to help contribute to the channel. Thanks so much. I'll be back in a jiff. All right. All right, we are back. We're back, and we're going shopping. Here we go. $130 off on some item and a bunch of different savings on these others. Let's accept cookies since we click through Pilot Ryan Media, of course. And let's see what's going on. Oh, $50 off the Buy and Fly Viper 90. $40 off the pits, the 38-inch pits. $40 off the Decathlon. Am I buying? What do you mean? Printers? Let's see. Helicopter 169. That's the Infusion 120. Turbo Timber Evolution. $50 off. $130 off. Dude. On the SWS Timber. Night Radiant, $30 off. $50 off the Ultimate 3D. I wish, Fred. Greener Shade RC says he flew his E-Flight pits today. Outstanding price for a fun plane. Yeah, I like Pitts. I haven't flown that one, but I like it. And the Ultra Micro Pits is $30 off. Cherokee's $50 off. Dang. Vapor. The big plug and play, $100 off. $519 for the big dog. Night Timber. I'm sorry. Timber X. $50 off. $50 off the 70 millimeter F16. Night Radiant, $40 off. This is good stuff. $269, man. $50 off on the Razorback. I want to find some files for that. I wanted to find cockpit or pilot dudes for that. Kristen Eagles, $80 off. Holy smokes, man. The 1.2 Troj is $50 off. That's a heller plane. I wish I still had one. EC 1500, $70 off. $50 off the big stick, 60-incher. Timber X, 50. Habu, 50 millimeter, $149. Man. Twin Timber, off $50. The Tiger 30cc from Hangar 9 is down $70. Oh my gosh, 3 pages. Is it still showing up? Can you guys still see that? Yes. Decathlon plug and play, $40. Yeah, that's not. That says out of stock. $100 on the F16. Chargers, bundles. Sweet. $50 off this bonkers receiver, telemetry receiver. Great for gas dudes. And then ultra micro stuff. The pit, oh no. The FMS pits. $50 off. $269. What? Ultra Micro Crescendo, $269 is heller good for that. That's a good plane at $369. Let's see. That's it on the sale. That is it. We did it. We shop now. We did. Yeah, so if you're in the market, man, that is the stuff. Man. Dude. I'm looking at this. The ugly twin timber. You know what's cool though? I saw Kelly sent me a link to a video where dude put EDFs on it instead of propellers, and they 3D printed these brackets that kind of come right off the nacelles and put a couple EDFs in there, and they either painted them or printed them blue. It looked like stock. So, man, I'm surprised this doesn't have articulated landing. Does it have articulated landing gear like the Cubs? I thought it did. Yeah, certainly. Come on. You just know it flies so good. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's all right. It's okay. The tires are nice and soft. I just want a wood plane that can take abuse from me. You saw the EDF timber video? Yeah, they did that, and it was like they only had a few flights on it, and they did that. Oh, that's a good sized bird, dude. Good proportions. I love that the wing's not huge, and I love that the control surfaces aren't huge. 925. So we got 10 days left on that. All right, let me see if will it let me go back without ruining this share. Yes. Okay. So while we're at it, then I'm gonna look at something. Where is my on page 2? No, this is what I want right here. Look at the Trojan. Come on. PayPal over 6 months. No. It's easy to get in trouble that way, man. Prolonged trouble. Come on, man. Open. Yeah, man. I mean, it's supposed to be a good year, I think. All right. So what I'm doing here. Yeah, why? I think it'd be great to find a cockpit for this. This plane can handle the weight, and it doesn't have to be a monster. Just the skin. It can be the same shape as what's in here already. That's where a 3D scanner would be so amazing. I would take the glass off and then just shoot this, and then it would build out what I need. And then you could just like take the pilot out, plug in your deal, and not cut on anything would be one option. Or there could be a legit kit where it's like full depth for a pilot and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool to have kits that are full depth for a pilot or FPV. Because if you've got FPV in the cockpit and dudes looking around and hands move and things like that, like they're supposed to, how cool would it be to have the feet moving and everything? And you're looking around in the cockpit. Seeing stuff work inside would be as cooler than looking out the window, honestly. Yeah, I could be the driver in here. I could make my. I don't need Matt's head. I could just put my own head on this dude. So what I really want to find out though is I'm looking at parts still, dude. I want to check on the servo. It's not letting me. It's letting me, but it's not letting you guys see it. Are these back in stock? Then where's mine? No way. No. Isn't it the 25 grammer is the flaps? SPMSA 500. Okay, so I'm going to look in the manual real quick. You guys can't see what I'm doing because it's already now you can. Yeah, but it doesn't let you. Anyway, I'm looking in the manual to see the flap. Yeah, SPMSA 500. Dudes. Then where's mine at? Hold on a minute now. Bro. It opens a new window. Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to see me buy it. I'm doing it right now. Hold on. Why? Where's my other one? Watch, I'll end up getting two now. That's okay. You can't see me because I'm signing in. I'm gonna actually check my orders real quick. To see if I can find it. Yeah, sometimes I think when things take too long, it just cancels it. So I got to reorder it. It's canceled. Fine, that's all right. That's fine. What else do I need? Since we're shopping. I'm just going to leave that window. Can I leave that window open? I can. I can. All right. I'm just going to go. What else do I need, dudes? I guess I can wait just a minute. Let's think about this a minute before I don't want to waste an order and not get what I need. So apparently the servo I've been waiting on forever has been back in stock. I don't know how long, doesn't matter. I'm going to get one so I can fix my T28 because I want to fly it. I've got soft tires on it already, the ones that they offer, and I love it. I don't have the decals on it, but I should put them on it. And I want to. I think doing a cockpit, it would be cool. It's It sits here at only one little time part of the day does it get sun on it, but it's enough to do something to the inside. Fred. Fred says the timber. I initially thought about, I wish I was in the place, but I was like, yeah, let's get another plug and play T28 just to get one with servos in it and flap servos in it and just take those wings. Let's take the wings and plug them in on this one. Make it easy. It's not like I have stickers or anything on mine anyway. Eddie K. I should. I can't. I can, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Oh my gosh. I legit, though, our once a year swap meet happens in October. And, let me watch me sit here and justify this. How much is it? 7 something? 720? Is it? Let me. I know y'all can't see. Let me pull this back up a minute. Hold on a minute now. Let's do the keep shopping button. I'm not gonna just check out and buy one servo. What kind of deal is that? Oh man. I'm gonna back all the way out and make sure I do click the link, dude. That's what's up. 719. Let's think about this a minute. Just pull this off to the side for just a sec. Dude, I mean, I think I'm gonna get rid of. I got 10 days, but there's no better time than the present. Kinda. Oh man, I have a lot of you guys too. We've all been flying foamies for so long. It's the ones that get you pumped up is the ones you want to take out. That's a bind and fly. That's a bind and fly. So there won't be much to do to it. Something that big, man, that is easy to film yourself. It's the little fast stuff's impossible to film yourself. Sleep on it. That's a good idea. Yeah, because I'm gonna need to buy filaments. I'm gonna need to buy filaments. Already put new Dubro hinges on the 1.5 P51's elevator. Can't believe they left those foam. The resonance. $700 plane with foam hinges. Yeah, no. They're not mechanical at all. I think it's foam with like tape on them, like factory tape, like pressed in pretty good, I thought, if I remember right.
They should have. I wish. Anyway, I suck on YouTube now, so that's why they didn't send me one. Probably. At least I know how to read the manual, do the flat mix, like the book says. So what else? What else? What else? What else? You know, and I love the idea of the 90 millimeter Vanti as well. But jets, I got jets. They go 3 minutes. That timber, dude, it'd be nice. You can loaf with it. You can huck it around. You can float fly it, dude, with the same float kit that the Carbon Z Cub takes. So, you know, if you float kit up for that, you'd have it for 2 planes. Well, I'd have it for 2 planes. If I had the 150, I'd have it for 3 planes. I don't know, man. We'll see. I gotta hang on to it sometimes. I'm probably gonna be buying some files. Eddie K, it's nuts because I could have, not only me, but like Dylan and Bobby K are fun to watch. AS3X Plus updates. 56 Corvette, man. It's been a while. Jim. Is it Jim, bro? Is it Jim or Tim? I feel like you're out of Minnesota. Am I right? Did I remember right? Jim. Yeah, we met at one of these shows, dude. Was it Florida? I think it was Florida, man. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, Eddie K. I wish they did. Did a 3-hour video on it. What, the Avanti? It's just money. When you don't have it, it's not. It's okay, though. I am absolutely blessed beyond belief to be able to live so low key. Y'all. Florida. Yeah, the Florida show. Yeah, y'all, this is I work from this office now. I mean, all the time. All the time. All week. It would be cool to figure out that thing making some money, but I gotta get done. I gotta figure it out. Get stuff off my list first. Low key. Mixed it some ass. Honestly, man, my thing, Eddie, I'm starting to be where I just want to leave stuff alone, man. If it's not broke, I'm not fixing it. I don't know what. I mean, you guys remember not long ago just even having this stuff in 1 unit instead of 2 units. I mean, I'm over the moon really about the tech we have now. And sometimes I just don't want to jump yet. I mean, I felt like I jumped a little bit, and I don't know. I messed with that thing more than I should have. Is why I think it went in. I need to undo the Rafale and reset it up because I'm afraid because I screwed with it too, and I don't want to lose it over it. Like, I do better when I leave things alone. Anyway, so it makes me nervous. I think it would be cool to check out what it can do with the nose wheel, but I think it's just so new, It's one of those things. What's up, Micah? But yeah, the planes, it's so hard to go get out and fly them because it's so, you have to be so intentional. It's all the way across town. It's nice when your buddies want to do it too because it helps get you motivated. Bro, Micah got the maiden of the Avanti 90 millimeter on 8S today. Does that thing take 8S out of the box? Gonna try 6S tomorrow. I always enjoyed how Avantis flew. I'd like a little bigger one. It would be neat. Let's see how much time's left on this print. 89%, 19 minutes. If I turn your videos on in the shop and just let them run, does it help you? Yeah. Hit the playlist. The lives or the regular vids, yeah. Any of the playlists. It'd be nice to get some of the truck stuff in front of more people, you know what I mean? But anything is good. Yeah. The ups and thrust on 8S were amazing, but it definitely was heavy. Yeah, I can see that. What's the wingspan? Like 50 inches on that thing? Dad, what up? Thanks, man. Yeah, 19 minutes on this print. I think I'll keep you guys till this print comes off, at least. 2 hours. That's 11:30 or something my time. We can do it. You know what I mean? It'll be cool. I'll bring the print bed over here. More competition. Yeah, and they're dedicated to it. Except for, I mean, the sailors honestly probably do the best at doing everything. But they've got crazy numbers they got crazy numbers. Printer cam. Yeah, let's see how it's doing. Let me dial that back up and we'll see about it. It's probably going to be a thing to get it back up. Window, yeah. "51 inches. Nice. Awesome. Here we go. I'll be able to dial this back up. Present. Printer cam. %. So yeah, like 17 minutes left. And right now it's printing. It's done with the fins. And look at, I can turn the, well, I can't through here. It's printing the supports and the frame for that toilet, for the A1 Skyraider toilet drop. So there's fins and like the detonator, the fuse, you know, on the front. And then down here low is exhaust stacks. So I'll pull them. They're going to be done in a little while. And I'll pull that stuff over here and you can check it out. And then maybe I'll set up the rest of the print, which is the toilet. So you can see me set a print up if you guys want to. All right, I'm getting something to drink. I'll be right back, dudes. Check out the buffer. I mean, it doesn't do this unless I'm streaming, but like this thing should be moving like basically all the time. There we go. Yeah, guys, Dad, thank you so much. You guys, Dad's the reason I'm here for many reasons, other than the obvious. He started flying when he was a kid, and honestly, probably inspired my grandfather, his dad, to get into it full scale style. They did rockets and control line and the whole deal, and just for all kinds of reasons. So that really, when I was you guys have heard this. When I was a kid, I looked at a flying model RC, and it was a box of sticks and covering in an nitro or gas engine. Nobody was. It wasn't going to be something that happened. Grandpa, we love him, but he just wasn't that dude. You know what I mean? My dad was young and in college and all kinds of stuff. It just wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going to do it by myself. And so I never thought about it. And then we get back basically connected, and he buys a foam pusher prop wing dragon from Art Tech at Banana Hobby. Years after me being a kid, and I'm like, what is this? Because it was like slap it together, rubber bands, charge it up, and bzzz. What? So instantly, I started shopping. I bought a P-47 first. Shouldn't have. Didn't listen to anybody's advice because I thought I knew something since I grew up around real ones. I didn't know anything. Anyway, it didn't help that Nitro Planes or Banana or whoever it was selling that Quan Lee garbage at the time, the write-up, it was the same write-up for everything. Some of you guys remember 90% pre-assembled, perfect for beginner. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was EPS, still had a gearbox and a brushed motor and a nickel metal battery. Absolute garbage trash. And I didn't know what I was talking about. So these things probably didn't have enough nose weight anyhow. And I was thinking, oh, the battery should be where the pilot's at, for like, just that was my logic. I had no idea. So it was already a piece of garbage trash. And I set it up wrong. And I didn't think it looked like it had enough throw. And I increased it. And it had a guitar string basically for the conduit, one servo, an arch like this to each aileron. So it never returned to neutral, just absolute garbage trash. And I don't even think he flew it. It was just one they sold. I wasn't even watching videos yet, Fred. I think this was so bad. Like, I don't think even anybody flew those things. Oh man, what are y'all talking? So yeah, and then so he got me an RC really in the first place, and that was really the start of it. And then we went nuts, you know. And I mean, he's just been real supportive of everything really that I've went for. And I remember telling him, you know, once I fell in love with these planes, like, Dad, they all have their own language, like, and I want to fly them all. I can't buy them all, but man, I'm gonna figure out how to fly them all. And I about did. I about did. We're at 94%. You know, and man, he was going to help with his printer too. And so it really became a serious thing where it's like, man, let me shop these things around. Let me start really looking at them. And then the cool stuff we were doing with Kelly, everything just works out, dude. You know what I mean? And it's killer Kelly and Kirk, and Sean and others who come sometimes, but those guys for sure, like, dude, Kelly and I feel like we've known each other forever, but he knows me through YouTube, but it just happens to be local. And we're total pals. So, I mean, it's just crazy how it's all worked out. Like, just awesome. And thanks to all you guys. Thank you, Dad, so much. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys thank my dad too, because he's why. Yeah, man. Yeah, my head likes to stay busy. I'm so relieved to be away from the shop, and that was killing me. It was fantastic and sucked all at the same time. Oh yeah, and so many of us and the Zoom calls of it all and going to a couple shows here and there, like it is really quite a community. Guys, I don't advertise this show. I don't put out a thumbnail days in advance or a half hour in advance or anything like that. And we're steady 30 to 50 like all the time. Like, could you imagine if you were legit in one room in one location? That would be a hell of a meeting. That's solid. I don't care that it's not crazy numbers. I don't talk to you guys like it is. I talk to you guys like we're pals. Lance Leak wants to know if the Avanti 80 is better than the 90. I mean, bigger's better. The 80 is pretty cool. I flew the 80. I rocked the 80. I just don't like them anymore. But I mean, the FMS 90 has thrust vectoring optional, and it's bigger. And I really love it would be a hell of a meeting. That's what my wife said the other day. She's like, you imagine you guys, if it was like in one spot instead of like all over, like, I think there was a time where I thought man, who doesn't, like, when you play music, you want to be a rock star. When you do this YouTube thing, you want it to be big. But it is what it is, and I'm like totally cool with that. So that's some of the conversations I think me and her have sometimes. Fred has not flown the 90 millimeter Lance. The 80 is sweet. Micah just flew the 90. I do think bigger is better. Boss gets his 90 on Tuesday. Boss used the FMS link in the description to help support the channel, since I don't have a gazillion subscribers from doing drones and toys. So yeah. Let me make that a little bigger so we can see 96%. I mean, nothing really special happens when it's done other than it finishes. You know what I mean? I do love the paint scheme on the FMS one quite a bit. I don't know why. It's just so classic to me. So close. Yeah. How many minutes is that? Five minutes. Yes, it gets hot. It's Yeah, Fred. And that's a nice way to have it too. I've messed around and let myself get too big for my britches a couple times though, too. You know what I mean? But I'm more back at this kind of thing at this point. So yeah, it gets warm in there and it heats up to about 229 degrees Celsius before it starts. And again, there's a lot more it can do than I've done because I'm legit rocking the defaults and presets. But yeah, Fred Barron, man, he's got some fun videos, guys. And I think he's at the point where you'll see a lot more of them being released. And he's been collecting and buying cool RCs for many years. And I know this is true. So check him out. And tomorrow, Wild Bill will run the formerly known as the Fred Barron RC Real Flight Flying on his channel. So check out Wild Bill there. Let me go to my YouTube. 97, 3 minutes. So guys, the Willys wagon that I'm making is really pretty much, oh wow, cool. I have the same tires. It's pretty much inspired from the Fab Rats one that he's doing right now. Let me try to go to my live stream right now. Bill, you should be. Dude, where is my own show? Tyler Ryan's Bamboo Lab. Yeah, thanks, Fred, for posting that. I'm not in YouTube, so I can't make him. Can I? Nope. Not without being on YouTube. Can I make him a moderator? Where's my, like, right now video? There it is. Right now. Video. There it is. There you go. Now he can do it. What's up, Michael Bear? New flight test B-17. Keeping cardboard in business since 1983. Let's go. You know, I'm curious, Michael Bear, how much 3D printing I could imagine with the flight test stuff that there might be a real opportunity for folks to kind of hybridize the designs. Like if it's, you can make it out of the pizza box, but like if the leading edge or the radials or certain bits of it could be 3D printed. I wonder if you see any stuff like that in the flight test space. 99%, y'all. Let's see it now. we'll pull this one out. I'll show you guys what's up. Man, PayPal's pretty secure, I thought. I've never had any trouble with PayPal. Yeah, what is the wingspan on that? Lots on Thingiverse. Is it sectioned off well, or is it a S show? Trying to get around on Thingiverse. I can't stand. I don't know who builds or what's the UI, the interface on those websites. I can't stand them at all. We're about to pull off a print. So it's doing things that it's not showing you right now. So it's getting out of the way of itself and everything like that. If I get off of here, maybe it'll show it to you. Yep, the bed's moving down. Oh, my bad. My fault. I was getting there trying to turn some stuff off. So this is, it's warm. This is a metal print bed that comes out of there. And these are RC Geeks files, so his settings didn't really have any brim around the items. Now the stacks look like they have a brim, but they don't. And see this at my finger where it ran lines? That's just like getting it cleaned out and everything up to temp. You see the supports on this frame. But I try real hard. I don't do any glue like they say to. I try real hard to not touch this with the oils of my hands and everything. So listen to this. If I let it cool a little bit longer, this will basically like crack off. But yeah, there are exhaust stacks for P40. You can make them whatever size you want. I just went and measured 120 millimeters is what I thought I saw on my FMS P40. And so that's what I intended for on when I sized these. And that's what I got. Give or take. No, that's exactly what I got. 120. So pretty neat. Listen to this kind of crack. You ready? Like sometimes it'll pop off almost even. But like kind of just twist the plate and there it is. And look how nice the print bed kind of makes that finish. So yeah, these are exhaust stacks for a P40 or a Mustang or a Spitfire, really, anything like that, or a rat rod muscle car, like whatever you want to do with them. And then this is the back of the toilet for the A1 bomb. And there is the fuse. And I just picked that off. That's it right there. Little tiny thing. And his settings are really good, Chris's, which makes me feel like if you were to do his nozzles or his anything that Chris Wolf RC Geek has, wow, that is nice. He did a great job on his settings.
I just pulled in his file. I didn't do much else. And his files are in imperial, like inches. But my Bamboo Studio, I just clicked a button because it asks you if you want to like convert it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yes. And then, and here's this. This is the frame for the toilet. Now, these trees don't need to be here. So you just, break it off. So that's one half of the frame. Now, his file for this toilet thing, this is like a bomb drop, but a toilet for an A1 Skyraider. It's like a crate. That would have been like wood. It's when you get the file, there's a left and a right, but there's also just a whole left and right put together, not split. I didn't know why it was like that, so I just went ahead and got the split one because if I need to glue it together, I can. But basically, it's all here except the toilet right now. So here is the the fins. I need to clean out the inside of that just a little. Anyway, that goes on the back. Of it. And then this fuse gets cradled in. That spot in the front. So these two halves will come together and basically be like a fake little bomb, but it's really a toilet. And then, like, that's really the only waste of this whole print. And then, like I said, Fred, yours will do this. It's going to spit out these test runs. So there's a test run here. And once you get under it and start pulling, basically it all comes off. Little strings, just garbage, no big deal. And it does it on this side too. This little back corner has some. Pull it off, and there's the print bed ready to go again. I got one little one here I got to get off. And again, I try not to touch it. They said use glue, and I never have. So let's see. Can you see inside here still? Kinda. If I come back in. I'll start a new print. Let's put this, I'm going to put this back in. And Autodesk Fusion. Okay. See you a while, Bill. I think I am going to, if it'll let me show you guys, starting another one. I'll do it. It's got to let me get small, though. Hold on. Okay. You guys, I'll start a new one. Watch this. So, put you over here.
You ready to watch? Check this out, Fred. I'll start a new project. I think you guys, can you guys see what I'm doing? That will be so killer if you can. You can. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to simply start a new project. Oh, sick. You guys can see it. Awesome. Okay, check this out, dudes. So we're going to start a new project. We'll just go to prepare and let's see. I gotta be able to see everything. So this is the project. Are you guys seeing what I'm doing? You are. That's killer. This is what we just did. So I can spin it all around with the mouse. I can make it bigger. Yeah, this is way better than the mesh mixer or whatever. So these items are all, except for these exhaust stacks. Hold on, check this out. So we'll drag this over. Can you guys see what I'm doing? You can. Oh my gosh. Killer. So, all right. I've selected this. That is the exhaust stack. And there's these icons across the top. I can add another item to the file. I can add another plate. I can auto orient for the best print efficiency, which I do to everything. These came on the plate when I dragged them in, laying down the other way, but I hit the auto orient, and you have to highlight this to do whatever it is you're wanting to do. So interesting also, I did select one little detail different on the exhaust stacks from one or the other. I can't even tell the difference. I can't tell. Anyway, so the one you highlight is the one that you are working with. So if I go to, like I said, or auto orient, here I can arrange them myself. That is variable layer height, nothing I've messed with yet, but it is a cool thing for later on. I think variable layer height speaks to there are points in the print that aren't cosmetic necessarily. So it allows you to vary the layer height when it doesn't matter, or tighten it up when it does, I think is what that is. That is to just move, I guess. This is a rotate, which is an interesting one. And this is the scale. And scale you can do from the rotate thing as well, but I'll tell you what I mean. So if I hit the button for scale, I sized it in the x-axis, which is the red one here. I measured my FMS P40 and 120 is what I got, because this thing was huge when it first came on the plate, right? And then these things, now that I've clicked on it, you can see the scale. It's 100, 100, 100. That's the way Chris had it. And I didn't change these at all. I did change these because I think the P40 he was made those exhaust stacks for was a much bigger one. So that's that. Now let's start. Let's prepare. I want to do a new one. Oh, yeah. Give me a minute. Create new project. The current project has unsaved changes. Would you like to save before continuing? Sure. And I'll use the new modified value. That's fine, because so now you can see a brand new project. Now I'm just going to hit add. You could, if you had the file open, just drag in onto the plate. So there's a couple. You guys still with me over here? just over the moon. So watch this. We'll just move this plate over here so I can kind of see. And also, like, this is the way it prints. Like, basically this kind of stuff down here is what's facing outside the window. So if you're worried about your time lapse, what side it's facing, like, something to think about. So anyway, I'm just going to hit add. And see if this lets me go to my desktop or not. It doesn't. So I'll just reopen this. And toilet. Open. And it's putting it over here to the project. And now when I click scale, I'll see that it's at 100 in the X and the Y and the Z axis, just like the rest of the items that I made, that I drug in from Chris's files. So this is a bomb that comes, you gotta be careful saying those things, I suppose. Anyway, this toilet was dropped off of an A1 Sky Raider. It's kind of a joke. I want to do something airplane for you guys. So now what you do is print it. I can, let's see. I don't need to mess with any of that because by default it has been amazing. I do want to change the, honestly, I should put in a roll of white for the toilet. Then I don't have to paint it at all, but it's like so not a big deal to just paint it either. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make it orange just so you can see better. So I don't have to scale it at all. So now what you do, you guys with me? I don't see any new comments. Because this is the goods, yo. This is the goods. So, all right, let's give me some room to work. I got one computer. Because here, all right. So I have to give myself enough room to be able to hit the buttons that I need to hit to show you guys. Yeah, the plate is back in the machine. I put the plate back in the machine. It's clean. The door is shut. It's good to go. Check out how slick this is. Okay, so now what you have to do, this is the Bamboo Studio. And so from here, you can slice the thing so you can, you have to, they call it slicing, so it can be sent to the printer. Now, down here, it says something about simplify model. I just clicked it because if it's asking for it, maybe it will help. So apply. Fine, it did it. Now you can preview this by clicking preview, and then this pops up, and now you can see there's no supports for this right now. But if I want to do supports and check out supports, I go back to prepare, and you can, I think you guys can see what I'm doing. Supports are enabled. They're just apparently not necessary. So now we're going to preview this again. Yeah, no supports are necessary, or it would have put trees and stuff like that in places. And that white line is, it's kind of showing you where the seam is. But let me, so a lot of times when I do a preview, I see all the trees. And what's really wild too is, check this out. So if I can drag these, you can get rid of this by just clicking that, but this shows you everything. and it tells you how much time it's going to be spending printing supports. Total filament 45 grams, hour 38 minutes printing time, $1.14, because it knows the filaments you have and stuff. How cool is that? And then you can preview the layers, and you can see that what the print looks like. And isn't that the coolest? Look at that. So that's a real basic like waffle design, and you can see how this thing prints itself up. Now I want to show you something. So check out that waffle design. And this thing took 1 hour and 38 minutes, cost me $1.14. Let's just real quick tweak with something. So I am going to go handholds. It even tells you the cost if you use their stuff. Yeah. Let's go to strength. Infill is what we're looking for. The density of the infill. So the higher the number, the higher the density. So I think I can get away with, let's just try. The infill is set at 15% on a grid pattern. So let's just see what it looks like when I do 7%. Just basically cut it in half, right? So now we can preview it. And look how big the grid just got. But it's saving me 10 minutes. And if this is a thing I'm dropping out of a plane, you know, who gives a who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? I think that is crazy loose. Like this is, but I'm actually going to try it. So because I don't care, it's a toilet for fun. It's a gag. So all right, you guys, we're gonna start the print then. So yeah, the support interface is 1 minute 18 seconds. It cost me, instead of $1.14, I'm only spending 98 cents now. And it's costing me 10 minutes less than before. And because I don't care about this thing, I cut the default infill in half. So let's see what it does. So I can, this tells me everything time wise, how much percentage of the print will be spent on the inner wall, the outer wall. The crack looking thing is this, it's like the seam. It's where the start and stop is on the item. And watch this. I can tell it where I want it. So I've not done that yet, but let's do it. I could also make this in 2 pieces. I could cut it. I could put a supports painting, seam painting. So I've never done this, but I've watched the video, so I know how to do it. I can pick the brush size. I'm just going to leave it alone. Now, how do you do it? Right there. And then what? Enter? I don't even know, dude. I don't know what just happened. So let me go. I don't know what just happened. Where'd it go? I have no clue now what just happened. Preview. Come back to me, Loretta. Where'd it go? Okay, there it is, way down in the ether. Holy smokes. It's like upside down. Life has went topsy-turvy. I brought it back. Anyway, so boss, I drew the seam in across there like that. And you can see that is where I drew in the seam. So you can move it. It's just like the start stop of the deal. I really kind of figure default will be, oopsie. I figure default will be fine. So illuminate the thing, seam painting, erase all painting. So now I'm back to whatever stock configuration was. And I'm afraid to hit enter because it just like went nuts when I did it. But because I don't know how to get out of there. Let's see, return. Oh, okay. So we're going to print this. And this is what has to happen. So preview. Fine. We're back to an hour, 29 minutes. We already know we set the infill by half. Now see where it says slice all. I want to make sure you guys are with me still. Yeah, you can put the seam, exactly. You can put the seam wherever you want. So we're going to go to the drop down here, just slice the whole plate. And then print plate. You can send it or hit some. I guess sometimes I have to hit this twice, but there's print plate and I don't see anything popping up. So I'm like, all right, I'm not patient. So let me hit the send button and we should see a thing pop up in a minute. Is my the printer's on. Better not show that part. So let's see. Hit the send button. There we go. And I'm going to hit send. Now it's sending the G code file to the micro SD card that I put in the unit. I never have to change that SD card. It just is there. And it's pretty killer. So it's doing its thing and it should give me that screen we always look at. Let's go to device. And if it lets me, I'm going to pick orange. So it's heating up right now. It's got to refresh itself, basically. And it should in a minute because it's not printing that same thing you're looking at. It doesn't need long to warm up at all. Like this thing's going to start in a minute as long as I didn't mess up. Yeah, I don't want it to print that again. So I'm actually going to go back to here. Having the stream on right now is kind of definitely a new thing. I just want to make sure it's got the right one. Yes, it is supposed to be. Yeah, it just hasn't refreshed the image here, but it should be absolutely. That should be what it is. I haven't had any trouble yet doing it, but it's heating up, and I did change the filament from the dark to the orange. So sometimes that may take a minute as well. Let me see here. A lot of internet going on right now. We got a lot of stuff open here. Confirm. I had to confirm the color choice. Come on. I think maybe I need to unload that first. No, this one. Confirm. There we go. My fault. Ah, it unloaded the wrong color. I want to load orange. Sorry. Anyway, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Again, really brand new to it. I usually rock whatever color I have in there. Awesome. So it just loaded orange. I don't know why it's not pulling up that file though. The fresh file, the bowl. It could be the stream stuff, man. A bidet attachment, yes, for the A1. Do it, boss. Do it. Have a good one, you guys. Man, I wanted to get this started though, man. I think this stream's screwing me up, though. I don't know why it would be, but it's like it's not. Slice all. Print plate. That's more like it. I think this is what I needed. Yes, I hear stuff. All right. No, that's a different upload button. Good idea. No, I'm not putting it on a flash drive. Not when it all goes over Wi-Fi, like super easy. Dude, this whole operation is nothing is hardwired in. My streaming deal or that or really anything most of the time. So that's convenient. So yeah, now what it's doing is see how now it says the bowl. So we got the right file in there and stuff. Slice all, print plate, whatever. Click stuff till you get it right. You know what I mean? It's not too bad. And honestly, I really think it's because I'm streaming at the same time because I've never had to do that so often. Actually. Now you're cooking with gas, he says. Yeah, so what we'll see it doing right now is getting itself cleaned up, and then it's going to spit some out on the, yeah, you can see it warming up, man, the temperature and everything. You can turn the lamp off even. Yeah, it's going to purge. But what's cool when I change colors is it winds it back up on the roll. Like the waste I get is not much at all. Now, if I were changing colors, if I was doing a print that had a lot of colors to it, it would be, you would lose a lot. But this isn't like that. So we'll let this get started. Yeah, we'll see a few layers come down and everything. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. Here comes the bed up to it. It's expensive, but it's good. I mean, just watch videos on guys right now, what they're talking about. And also ease of use, the plug and play of it all, I think really makes it a solid contender. And they have other options. You don't have to get the X1C. So all I'm missing is the stool, which we're printing right now, and it will be painted white. It will not be orange. Like, it's getting ready to start laying down. Out of nothing, there it is. That's what's the crazy thing. Lay out a fuselage. Someday, maybe. It only prints so big. Like, this is multiple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The roof makes 6. And just this car that's with a 13-inch wheelbase. A plane would be a lot. And then when you're done, how heavy is it? Dude, go look at some of the other software and then look at a video on the Bamboo Studio. Guys, I got this Monday night and I've been printing nonstop since I got it. It's listen, it's not going to be for everybody, but it was for me for sure. And I love that it's easy for me to use. I'm not generally somebody who is super techie, but like legit, the little startup quick start thing had me printing the first night, and I didn't start unboxing it till 10:30, and I was printing right away. Super smart, super intuitive. This one it's doing bed leveling. It's got flow control. There's some AI crap in it that's doing some readings and reevaluating after this first couple layers, make sure everything's good to go. And things that I wouldn't know to do or look for, it's just already doing. So, and because I am streaming at the same time, if I get off of here, it may help. Hold on. It's checking the bed leveling now. Yes, that's right. I wish it wouldn't buffer, but until I'm hardwired in, that's what it's going to be. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if it uploads the whole G code all at once. I mean, I'd imagine it's um partly all at once and partly as it goes. I mean, there's the presets of the information or the G codes, I guess. MShag, yeah, I will try to. I haven't seen Scale Builder's video yet, but he did a video on a new filament apparently. So I want to check that out. Craig, for it to be big enough for me to be interested, it just doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think by the time it was big enough for me to be interested, it'd weigh 1,000,000 pounds. Is my fear. Oh, MShag, that's what's up. I think I looked at the Unimog a little bit. I wasn't sure I was super. I don't know if I found the right file or what. It's working, but it's not. It's buffering, dudes. Come on. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, I ended up with the X1C MShag. This is the way to go. Hallelujah. I wish it wasn't buffering so bad. I really didn't plan to be on this long, but you guys want to see me start another one. But why is it buffering so bad? This ought to be, it ought to be moving because it's like very circular. But you can see it's 9% done. The first layers have been done. The first few lines have been done. It's got this thing where it cleans itself out in the back if it's necessary. Well, yeah, I mean, I have time lapses. I showed you guys time lapses of ones that are done. Flash drive. Yeah, dude, the printer's fine. It's trying to live stream it at the same time. It's all good. The print's no problem. It's just the buffering trying to share it with you is. So that's why I showed you those other time lapses, because first of all, this is slow going. It's not a time lapse, it's real time. So that's part of it. PPACF carbon fiber. Yeah, and the X1C can do those exotic filaments, which is pretty sweet. See it once I'm out of the there, it's moving better. Now you see what's happening a little better. An orange one. Yeah, and a pink one and a pea green one, dude. All of those things. All of those things. Anyway, over the moon. Yeah, it's doing it, man. It's swirling around. Yeah, if you get one of these X1Cs in Australia, for instance, and print one of these, it does it the opposite direction. Yeah. We're definitely not going to watch all of this. There is an hour or so left of this thing. But then I'll be done with the 3D printed A1 Sky Raider toilet bomb thing. So funny stuff. And once I can total this. Like on my computer, the window, it's when I try to share it, it gets goofy. But the window is perfectly fine. And that is a big infill, but you can see how I saved myself 10 minutes and 16 cents. Yeah, but it's a small little print. So 16 cents over this other stuff that I've done, like the interior that is way too chunky already, did not need structural infill. Yeah, I've been, you want to see more of that, John. I've been doing 3 weeks in a row now of a Thursday show where I do it's all truck stuff, and this 3D printing stuff is going to be in there. M-Shag, yeah, I'll do that. What's a good number for the moisture? Like when I first got it, I was on a 5, but I've been on a 4 most of the time. With the prints. Yeah, got it. Yeah, I saw some of those desiccant holders somewhere. And then what? Just reuse the stuff it comes with and put them in there. Why can't you leave it in the center of the reel that it comes in? I wonder, because it comes inside the reel, the spool. Why? Why not? Well, I am glad to be able to show you guys actually pulling one off and putting a new one on. Amazing. Amazing. And like everything else, there's so much more that it can do than I even know it can. And I just print one project at a time. I don't stack them up. Haven't worried about where I'm saving stuff to or anything, just using it. I mean, the files that matter to me, I've gotten folders, but toilet dude, it's free to go get if I want it again. So, I mean, who knows? Like, I'll get rid of it. But it's over there at the RC Geek site for any of you guys that have one of these. It's a free download. There's a bunch of things that are files that cost that are, I'm sure, fantastic. I think he did a great job laying them out. And then there's some free stuff. So this is one of them. And that's why I thought, you know what? I'll print the structure for the holder strong, default infill, which was like 15. And this toilet, it's going to be within the cage. Infill is 7. So, yeah, I got to work in the morning too. I'm going to bounce. Rent a chainsaw. Careful. Guys, we're going to roll. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you Thursday for you guys that are doing Surface or want to see a little bit more 3D printing. We built the shocks last week for the base camp. We're 3 weeks in. We predicted 5 for the amount of weeks it would take to do the base camp. I also initially didn't expect to only do an hour and some change on the base camp, but we've been easily able to talk about other things. And so I think it's worked out pretty good. We keep getting to a pretty good stopping point, and it's going to be links, which is super easy and somewhat unnecessary depending on what wheelbase I decide to use. I probably need to shop some drive shafts, dude. I need to look at the length of the Gladiator drive shafts, see if they're longer, because I may wish I had them. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Go fly something. If you're going to buy something, click through pilotryanmedia.com. Links are always in the description. Thanks for thinking of me. Got an Amazon store there, too. If you go to pilotryanmedia.com, you can bookmark the Amazon store, too. Even though what you're looking for may not be on that store, if you click through Amazon, that does the same job as if it were. So, yeah, thanks for all the things you guys do, coming around, thinking twice about the clicks you make and stuff. I appreciate it super much. And we'll just keep on experimenting with this 3D printer. I'm just tickled after a week what I've been able to do, and there's so much I am so excited to learn about designing stuff from scratch. Man, there's got to be a way to translate pictures into 3D. There is, so I'm thinking like cockpits, some of that kind of stuff. I want to definitely do some things that apply to us on the air side of things, as well. So thanks. Some of you guys have sent me some emails, turned me on to some places to find files. Of course, in a way, I wish there was like some database, and there's somewhat is, but the sites that all this stuff lives on, the search function of them sucks. The ones I found so far. And anything you guys said in the chat, it'd be like a needle in a haystack to try to find it again. So if it's something you mentioned useful, say it in the regular comment section. Okay, if you're watching this on the replay, the live chat opportunity is over anyway, but there's no way I'll go through a 3-hour show live chat to get a link. I just know it's the truth. We'll leave you with a little shot real quick of where this is gotten itself to in just a little bit of time. The base of the stool, if you will. So stupid. I was trying to find something all day, though, for you guys. I just could not. So that's it. Thanks so much. We're out of here in 5. Hanger rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We will see you next time. We'll see you on Thursday for the crawler stuff. Crapper can. Instagram, I maybe do some shorts, but definitely Instagram stories and Facebook stories. Check me out, because I'll post up little time lapses of this stuff there. So follow me on my Bamboo Lab RC journey, and we'll see you. Let's go. Bye now. Wild Bill tomorrow. Real Flight Fly-In. See you, dudes. Bye. Boom.